Welcome to Your Image, your public relations program on OGTV. Today we are having a strategic stakeholder, which is our focus for this discussion, and that is the youth. The topic is youth, gender issues, and national integration. Public relations is about enhancing good governance. And today, we'll be looking at those sectors in the society to help us forge ahead and have national integration, peace, and security in Nigeria. So I want to formally welcome our youth, Farouk Shita. Farouk Shita is the Public Relations Officer for the National Council for Youth in Nigeria.
Council of Nigeria.
National Youth Council of Nigeria,
Ogun
State chapter. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And I also have on my right Christopher Obadina. Christopher Obadina is the Acting Director, National Orientation Agency, Ogun State. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, viewers.
And of course, a very big one here, that is the Special Advisor on Youth and Sports, Honorable Olamide Lawal. You are very welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Today, our topic is youth, gender issues, and national integration. Of course, we have realized that youth have so much power, enormous strength, enormous intellect, and they possess the vital ingredients to move the nation forward. Today, Farouk, you need to let us know what are the qualities of the youth and what are your roles in the nation?
Yes, according to the National Youth Policy Act, youths are categorized by age and is from 18 to 35 years of age. And apart from the age categorization of young people, youths are young and vibrant people of Nigeria, and which have a vital role to play in nation building and national integration. And young people also have a greater role to play as well in leadership for a sustainable socio-economic development of the country.
Thank you very much. Well said. Mr. Badino.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you are with the National Orientation Agency.
That's true.
And you have the enormous responsibility of mobilizing, encouraging all sectors of the society to engender national integration, peace, and security. Please, how do you harmonize this responsibility that you have?
Thank you very much. The youths are one of the critical stakeholders in national integrations, and NOAA as a statutory organization set up to mobilize, sensitize, and orientate Nigerians consider youth as a key stakeholders, and we are always in touch. We have organized several programs, workshops, and interactive forum through which we brainstorm and strategize on how to move Nigeria forward. And I can assure you that the youth have been cooperating, and we have been seeing some improvements in their role towards national integration, especially in Ogun State here. We have several programs. One of the programs is what we call Building People of Peace. We have interacted with them. We have the Youth Focus. We have this program that we organized in the February 12th, that is Youth Love Nigeria. And we have seen how youths, we even have a program where we encourage them to give us some strategies on how to move Nigeria forward in terms of pictorials or what they call skits. And we've seen youths in Ogun State coming first in that national competition. So youths in Nigeria, especially in Ogun State here, are very agile and responsible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, of course, we also have the special advisor and the special assistant on youth and sports. We are aware that the state government has come up with some policies to encourage and promote the well-being of the youth in the state. Please, can you come up with some issues?
Well, talking about youth and national integrations, we have to look at the Ogun State perspective. And when you are looking at Ogun State perspective, like the acting director of orientation agency has said that youths are critical stakeholders, and only few of our leaders, current leaders, identify that. One among the few of the leaders that identify such and take youth as critical stakeholders is our youth-loving governor, Mr. Abiodun. Ever since his emergence and assumption of office, he has always engaging the youth in all his activities. And even in terms of governance, in terms of leadership, there are more youth. We now have more youth in government than we have ever had in recent past. So these are part of things that are being done to ensure that there is youth integrations in government. Because youth cut across, being a critical stakeholder, they cut across virtually every sector. Youth in industries, youth in environment, youth in education, youth in sport, youth in virtually everywhere. And as a government, you must make sure that your youth segment is very, very viable, because they constitute 60% of the entire population. And so many.
You mean the youth are constituted up to 60%?
Yes.
Yes. In the state?
Even in
national.
Even in Nigeria. So youth are very, very critical stakeholders.
Yeah,
and you know, they are the vibrant ones to even drive the economy of the state. So these are factors that the governor has actually identified and ensure that he carries the youth along. Also ensuring that in some areas, he ensures that there are people that are mentoring them. You know, that youth, that all these things are attributed to youth exuberance, this and that. But in this kind of, he so designed that he gives them mentorship, using some kind of other leaders, by making sure that there are some people that are monitoring them, that wherever that they want to do otherwise, he makes sure that they are being well guided. So Ogun State is blessed to have that kind of person at the helm of affairs now. And looking at some of things that he has done in the area of youth, when we came on board, the first thing that we first did was to analyze what exactly is the percentage of the unemployment in the state. And we created a database where people log in, that they submit their CV. And you have to match it with Ogun State being the industrial hub of Nigeria. Government cannot give everybody a job, but in fulfilling its vision of ensuring, creating an enabling environment for public-private partnership to strive, which is instrumental to individual prosperity.
What this data issue that you just mentioned, what value has it added?
Yes,
to the youth?
That is where I'm driving at.
Okay.
You understand that the vision of the governor is to create an enabling environment for private partnership to strive, because they believe that it is.
You mean in job creation?
Yeah, it is instrumental to individual prosperity. Ogun State as an industrial hub, there is a law that was passed, that local content bill, ensuring that a certain percentage of youth, of indigenous, are employed. So, and looking at this organization,
has that been put in place?
Of course, it is being put in place.
Because we have, youth, they complain a lot that they are not given the job that is expected. And if you look at it, you still see so many of them roaming around the streets. So if this local content issue has come up, then we should have them in private sectors, we should have them in a public sector doing some critical work. Can you give us critical examples of where they've been employed recently?
Well, as I was saying, the local content bill as a government that has been passed, and it is being well monitored. That's where you see certain percent of Ogun indigene are being employed by all these companies that are trooping in. And the governor always emphasized on pull factor by ensuring that they still they make Ogun State attractive to more companies. Government cannot give everybody job.
Yes,
and looking at another area that the government has done is the area of agriculture. Okay. Recently, the governor was given again another award on the best governor in agriculture, because he has been able to identify the potentials in this agriculture and using it for the benefit of the youth. The youth are the one. Over 70,000 jobs have been created through that agriculture.
Thank you very much. We know that state government assignment is ongoing, and we are still expecting more for the youth. Mr. Farouk, looking at your strategic position in the nation, what opportunities have you earned over the years?
Yes, before I respond to the question, let me also corroborate on what the SCO to the governor and youth have said. Our governor is a youth-friendly governor, accommodating, and someone who has been doing so much for the youth constituency of the state. Recently, just during our international youth day in Bali, Ogun State is not exempted, and we had our international youth day, and the occasion was marked with giving subventions to various youth organizations under the umbrella of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ogun State chapter, led by Comrade Ayilagbe. And we have the organizations like the Boy Scouts, the Man O' War, Red Cross, and so on, which these are groups that are grooming young people in national development. And they are also on agriculture as well. The governor is doing so much on agricultural development as well, and which is the future of the country, since the era of the oil booming is coming down. Then the diversification of the economy. The governor is doing so well and encouraging young people into agriculture. And also on technology, the Ogun State Tech Hub, several programs and trainings are done there free of charge, which is also a way of bringing the young people on board in the area of technology, and which our youth are also thriving on that. Then on politics, I'm giving kudos to the governor as well, and it's not a personal opinion. This is what we have been discussing within ourselves, and Ogun State have not have young people on board like this present administration. If you look at the days at the ward councillors, these are the closest to the grassroots. This is the least government positions in every society. And if you go across Ogun State now, you will find young people at these local government ward councillors. Even some local government, we have young person as the chairman of the local government. The house leaders of these local governments are young people, which shows how the governor has been supporting young people in the area of politics and governance. And we have many young people too at the state level, not even just local government level alone, like the vibrant and very articulate committee LL. We have several young people in the cabinet. So the government, the state governor, Prince Dr. Abiodun, is doing well in the area of youth development.
Thank you very much. Well, which means the youth have got what it takes to move on in the state.
Yes, we are getting the right energy, the right motivation. We are getting the right push from the leadership of the state.
So the director.
Yes, sir.
We just had Farouk saying that as far as the Ogun State youths are concerned, they are benefiting a lot from the current government. It's saying the truth.
Yes.
Well, as an agency that mobilizes, please, can you also enumerate some of the areas that you have collaborated with the state government to ensure that the national policy for youth is achieved?
Thank you very much. The state government has been very cooperative, even since the inception of MAMSA and NOAA, that emerged later as NOAA. We have good collaboration. They are very supportive. Even as I'm talking with you now, the state government has the interests of NOAA at heart. The policy that established NOAA actually is structured to serve three governments: federal, state, and local governments. And I can assure and I can speak authoritatively that the state government is supporting us.
Thank you very much. The state government is supporting NOAA.
Yes.
Okay, then which means we'll be expecting a lot of activities, positive change.
Yes.
In the state.
Yes.
Well, if you say that, let me go to the essay, Honorable Lawal. You will see that in recent times we have a lot of issues with the youth, particularly issues that have to do with morals and then a change in the society. How is the government coping? How are they adapting? How are they managing the youth to ensure that that vision which the state has is achieved?
Well, not deviating from the topic that we are discussing, and you know what I said is we must take Ogun State as a reference point and see how the youth have been actually integrated. And referring to your questions, which is some challenges, how we've been able to cope with it. And you see, youth, that is why I'm so happy that the director of the National Orientation Agency is here. Orientation of the youth is a continuous one. You can see that I talk about mentorship. Even in leadership, the youth are still being mentored. We are exposed to exuberance. And it is when we are being mentored, it is through reorientation, frequent reorientation. That is when the youth can actually be reminded of the essence of their existence, what they need to do, what is expected of them in the society. And Ogun State has always stood out. Look at the reference that they had, that they put up a program in the course of it. That is the area of using entertainment as an orientation strategy. And Ogun State came first. We have always been very, very first. And that is why the government is very proud of us.
Well, if you say Ogun State has always...
I also have a reference point because I love making references.
Okay.
And you see during the issue we had previously when we had NSAS and all that. This is the only state that never experienced any form of destruction.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, any form. That tells you that the Omoluabi that the governor is preaching. You see, leadership matters. A lot of young people, they see the governor as an embodiment of Omoluabi. A lot of them, that one alone is an orientation strategy that a lot of young people are now buying into. So all those things, that is the reason why Ogun State is coming forward. Though we have some challenges.
It's natural.
Yeah, it's natural. And the governor is using every means to make sure that all those challenges
we are in a dynamic society and we are bound to have challenges. So, well, if you look at, thank you very much, the special assistant. If you look at the need in the society, Farouk, how are you coping with the societal frustrations?
Wow. The societal frustration is
and what are they?
Is a menace. Just of recent, University of, I think, Zik or Nsuka, one of it recently, it was on the news that one of the students, a final year student, were having the challenges of paying his school fee, and eventually he lost hope and he committed suicide, and that's the end of his life. There was another news of recent jobs. I want to commend the state government as well. The government is so versatile and doing so much in the area of youth development. This UniJobs crisis, the governor was swift and he has been evacuating our students that are schooling there either on youth service or schooling over there, bringing them back home, because life is, the safety of their lives is paramount to any other thing. Once there is life, we cannot pursue another endeavor in life. So the governor is striving that. But the frustration, part of it is unemployment. The government is trying his best, and we encourage him to do more. to continue to ameliorate the sufferings of the masses. Every day people are complaining. The cost of commodities is skyrocketing every day. Even to be a poor person in Nigeria today,
that does not affect the youth alone.
yes, but you agree with me that the youth we are the larger population.
The most affected.
Yes, we are the most affected because of the job.
Well, we will continue that discussion next week.
All right, sir.
On how the needs and the expectations could be met.
Okay.
You are tuned to OGTV. Your image, a public relations production, is what we are discussing. It's what we have now. And the topic is youth, gender issues, and national integration. This program is aimed to ensure that there's peace, security, and everybody is included in the policies and programs of the nation. Next week, you are going to join us same time to continue this discussion. Farouk, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
And next week, I hope you'll be with us.
All right, sir. Build the youth, build the nation.
Okay, that's good. The director, NOA, I hope when we call on you next week, you will join us.
I will be.
And of course, the stakeholder, the people who are the directors in the affairs of the youth in the state, it is incumbent on you that you are here to discuss further on this discussion. Next week, we'll continue our discussion on youth, gender issues, and national integration. You're welcome.